For example, the 4th century Indian Buddhist master Vasubandhu said in his Abhidhamma Kosha, a treasury of higher knowledge, where he says that if you look at the teachings of the Buddha, it consists of two aspects. One is the scriptural understanding of the Buddha's teachings, and the other one is the realization based upon that scriptural knowledge. And it is only by studying and upholding the scriptures and implementing that into one's own personal practice and gaining the realizations that it's only by means of these two activities that the Buddha's teaching is upheld. And he uses the word kona only.
So now, study Buddha Dharma is the key thing. As the other day I mentioned, generally in the eyes of people, there are one popular sort of concept of Buddhism. That usually we do. Some prayer as a flags. And also, for example, Ladakhi, Kiki is also like that. I think you also, doing some sangsar. And then prayer wheel and rosary and recite Om Ahum Benza Guru Pema Siddhi Hung or Om Mani Peme Hung, like that. So that is popular level of practice. That's not sufficient. I think traditionally the society uneducated, illiteracy. According to that reality, now simple way of practice. So eventually become popular sort of way of practice. So the real method is rigorous study. Now for that, not necessarily become monks or nuns. Anybody. Usually I call, now we Buddhist, irrespective of whether monk or nun, because of that, lay people, or man, female. Everyone. You see, we must be Buddhist with fuller knowledge about Buddhism, with modern education. Now, that's the definition of 21st century Buddhist. So therefore, study is very, very important. Now, firstly, with Tibetan community. Also, you see, they're trying their best to promote, you see, the knowledge of Buddhism, particularly among the younger generation. So in India, all the different sort of traditions, monastery, whether Nyingma monastery or Kagyu monastery, Giluk monastery, Saja monastery, or even Pembo monastery, or Shengshung, the Chona monastery, all these facilities are common for anybody. So those in bigger Tibetan monastery, in the refugee community in India, I think at least 5,000-6,000 monk students, as well as some nuns, come from non-Tibetan area, like Ladakhi or Members, and also some from Nepal, some from Bhutan also, like that. So all our facility, since we are same Buddhist community, so all facility must utilize for everyone. So now, Tibetan school in India. Also, I discussed with Indian Foreign Ministry. Now, all these available Tibetan residential schools now must utilize for those Buddhist communities' children for their education. So, in principle, Government of India agree. So now here, in the United States, now for example, whatever Tibetan facility, Of course, you mentioned, you see, this, some of the Sagadawa on this sort of occasion meeting, that's also good. And offering some song and some short prayer. But that's not sufficient. So as you mentioned, you see the study. But the study, way of study, not invite one Lama and on a high throne, and the Lama remain there, and just one sort of teaching. And while Lama give teaching, some of the audience may feel sleep, may fall asleep. That's not right. So remain like class and discuss. That's the way, you see, to promote understanding or educate. So of course, some qualified Lama occasionally used to come and give some blessing. That's okay. But our main effort is not on that way, but educational way. So just yesterday, and also you see, since this is a few years, I was mentioning Tibetan community, particularly youth, according to your free time, say around Christmas or New Year, like that. So more sort of available time. Then if you arrange some, at least 1 week or 2 weeks, some sort of study group, then the teacher or I think teacher, we can send from India. And today Jimbo also is available, according to his sort of, I mean, he also quite busy, but you see, I think he also, you see, I mean, there's possibility to find the time. Then also the Tamdul and the Hagdala, and some I know, you see, the sufficient knowledge about Buddhism, because their own years rigorous study. Meantime, speak English very fluently. And also, see, like Tamdul, also have quite sufficient sort of knowledge about modern science. So that's helpful. The expense we can make. We can make, right? So no problem. Of course, when they reach here, then you have to take care. Should not make because of the starvation. So because of expense, langak.
Travel expenses.
Travel expenses that we can arrange, no problem. So whenever you see we have that kind of a program, then all Buddhist community, please join and utilize all our facility equally. No discrimination. We are same, as I mentioned earlier, same Buddhist brothers, sisters. And moreover, you have very, very important responsibility in future. So therefore, take for granted all our facility. And also, myself also, when you have some time, I have some sufficient time, then I can spend 1 to 3 days like that, some serious sort of teaching with text. You should choose the text. I will
explain now.
I want to offer you my sort of service. Same, like that. So then I very much sort of impressed you each community have already some organization, except one. So that's very good. These are matter of community, not individual family. Therefore, organization is very, very important. And the organization must be democratic principle. The completely sort of freedom to exchange different views. Then the work can be more effective like that. So otherwise, this is just an organization, and occasionally come, and one person used to speak, and then rest of the person showing little sort of respect, and nothing convincing. Convincing that such an organization is meaningless, isn't it? Democratic principle. Come together and speak whatever you want to say, and what you want for further progress. And also very important, make clear all faults. That's very important. Every level, our work must be very honest, very clear, and transparent. That's very important. And then money matter. Without money, we can't carry this work. So money matter, sometimes it's sticky. So must be very clear, account survey.
Very accountable. Yeah.
These are very, very important. So that's all. Thank you.